Fake news alert. Beep, beep. Fake news alert. Yeah, have you heard the latest from your fake news, aka your corporate media? The Russians have hacked into the American election to rig it so that their boy Donald Trump could be elected. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. You just gotta... I mean, the irony of this is so funny. See, the corporate media tells you that there's no such thing as conspiracy theories. People like that hideous creature there, Stephen Colbert, come out and say things like, you know what? Only children believe in conspiracy theories. Adults don't believe in any of that stuff because it never happens. But yet, here is your corporate media selling it all over 800,000+ articles on the Russians hacking the American election, rigging it to get their boy Donald. Well, if they did, you got to thank them, because 4 years, or God forbid more, of Hillary Clinton would have been too much for anyone to handle. In fact, 4 days of Hillary Clinton would probably have me throwing her out the window, if not 4 hours. But if we have the Russians to thank for this, then they deserve a big high five. High five! I would be in favor of actually throwing Hillary Clinton down the well. As Borat says, just throw her down the well. I never want to see her again. I never want to hear her again. I don't want to hear any of the Clintons. I do not want to see that hideous man, beast, Chelsea, rise up in politics. I never want to see any more of this nepotism. We've got it here. It's a cancer in Canada. We've got this Justin Trudeau, who is the gayest prime minister in the history of Canada, and his credentials for being Prime Minister of Canada. Let's see. He was a part-time drama teacher and a ski instructor. Yep. Way to go, Canada! Yeah! LGBTQ, XYZ all the way. But yes, let's get to the latest here. Of course, they're claiming this. Of course, the leftist, libtard, idiotic New World Order media won their hideous man-beast, Hillary, in power. And now they're blaming the Russians for this election result. And somehow that's something that has to be examined. And you know what? Maybe this election needs to be overturned. Don't say it, man. I will fucking go crazy if that happens. But anyways, let's take a look at this coverage here off of RT. I thought it'd be interesting to look at the Kremlin's perspective on this conspiracy theory here. And just to remind RT that this is 100% non-profit for educational purposes only. Take it away, RT!
For many months, we've been hearing the same thing all over again. Russia hacked the U.S. election.
Russia definitely had involvement in the American election.
Russia leaked Democratic Party emails to boost Donald Trump's chances of winning the presidential election race.
The CIA claims Moscow was trying to get Donald Trump elected.
Repeated like a mantra, and even forcing an official statement from U.S. intelligence officials. Now the whole situation has clearly reached its nadir. This weekend, Washington Post broke the news that an unnamed source at the CIA, speaking on condition of anonymity.
The unnamed source at the CIA, speaking under the condition of anonymity. Why not just say the Sasquatch or the Loch Ness Monster? I mean, why not? You have Barbara Starr. Pentagon Bigfoot said today. I mean, you people are such clowns. What, we're supposed to believe in your anonymous CIA source under the condition of anonymity? Giving you this secret information? Who's the conspiracy theorist after all, eh? Who is the conspiracy theorist? This is pretty hilarious the way that they're doing this. But let's go.
Told the paper about the secret meeting between the agency and certain senators where they were told how
it's a secret CIA guy speaking under the condition of anonymity, talking about a secret meeting. Only from the fake news. You just gotta love it. Way to go, Washington Post.
2 million voters had Trump elected. And at the same time, another unnamed official said
unnamed
intelligence showing officials in the crowd.
Admiral Akbar. Admiral Akbar said that the Kremlin is directing the identified individuals. It's a trap, right? It's so ridiculous. I've been making fun of the corporate media for as long as I can remember. This is exactly why. It's such a joke. Pentagon officials say the Loch Ness Monster says. I mean, fuck you. Fuck you. You're just making this up as you go along.
Directing the identified individuals. Confusing, isn't it? Especially since this came from a paper which was forced into a retraction last week on its fake news story, or more precisely, a McCarthy-style blacklist of media outlets. The New York Times added fuel to the fire in its piece on secret CIA findings, saying that Russia also hacked the Republican Party's emails, but decided to withhold that information, thus promoting Donald Trump. That's
there you go. They wanted to, they're going to show the Republican ones. They just picking on those poor demon rats.
Very same New York Times, which apologized to its readers for faulty coverage of the election campaign.
No. The New York Times should not apologize. New York Times should be burned to the ground. I mean, literally, the New York Times has no credibility whatsoever. Neither does the Washington Post, CNN, or Fox News, or any of these corporate media outlets. They're all hideous New World Order propaganda machines, and they have long since given up any hope of having credibility. It's absolutely astonishing the amount of bullshit that they push. And they call us the conspiracy theorists, and they're telling us, well, this is based on some imaginary CIA guy under the condition of anonymity, and he's talking about a secret meeting. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Was not born yesterday.
Win. The biggest problem here is that to this date, we have not seen any evidence to back the claims.
We won't see any.
Only unnamed sources and statements.
There you go.
This might explain a lot of humor online regarding the renewed frenzy. But it's definitely not a laughing matter to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. He called on congressional investigation into the alleged tampering by Russia in U.S. elections. But just watch him explain his motivation.
Well, let me just speak for myself.
You're
The
just
Russians are not our friends.
Oh, they're not our
And
friends.
I think we ought to approach all of these issues on the assumption.
Maybe it's
Russians,
because they know what you do at the Bohemian Grove and what you're up to at these pizza places. I don't know. But, you know, last time I checked in Russia, it was against the law to promote homosexuality. I might just have to emigrate there.
Not wish us well.
On the assumptions that
I don't wish you well
Russians
either.
do not wish us well. Assumptions, ladies and gentlemen. You may also ask now if the U.S. intelligence really had solid evidence of Russia's hacking. Why has this serious allegation not created a major international scandal if, as some have been saying, this potential hacking is reminiscent of an act of war? And why has the supposedly top intelligence agency in the world been sitting on these findings until December 9th?
I don't know. Could be about the fake news thing. Could be that they're trying to tie this all into their Pizzagate fake news and all this bullshit, of course. And it could be that they want their Hitlery candidate to get in. I don't know, man. It's all fucking bullshit to me, though.
Of this weekend may give you a hint as to why.
Ask for a full investigation of the election tampering by Russia. Ask for an injunction delaying the Electoral College vote until the
What is this Morgan South Sea Gold? I mean, why would anybody be listening to this thing? Why is your name Morgan? You look like a woman. Why am I asking? It's 2016.
Yes, another round of the hacking saga comes just 10 days before the point of no return when the Electoral College votes on December 19th. Certainly whether the publication of anonymous CIA leaks this weekend is a plot to discredit the president-elect or just a coincidence, that is debatable. But former State Department analyst Paul Van Buren told us that in case this somehow affects the voting next Monday, it would open a Pandora's box.
The most dangerous part of this is letting the genie out of the bottle. Once you announce that American elections are open to being overturned through whatever process, whether that's a McCarthy-esque claim that foreign power got involved, or even some complex technical issue, you can't put that genie back in the bottle, and you can expect to see this in the future, such that voting in America will lose its significance.
There you go. Isn't it ironic, don't you think, Alanis? Yeah, it is pretty ironic, because now they're going to come out and tell you, well, your election was illegitimate. Oh, wait a second. You're telling me the first time that the person that wasn't supposed to get in actually gets in, and somehow now it's illegitimate, and Russia's to blame? They'll probably be blaming the conspiracy theorists next. But who are the real conspiracy theorists? Well, I think it's pretty clear. at least according to their definition of what a conspiracy theorist is. It's New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, and co. And they don't want to swallow the bitter pill of having Donald Trump for the next 4 years. So by hook or by crook, they're going to try to get their hideous man-bear pig in, Hillary Clinton. And you know what? That's a road that I don't want to see anybody have to go down. I mean, I don't want to ever have to see Hillary again. Please, just do something. Send her to Saturn or the moon or something, the dark side of the moon, just in case, because someone might be able to spot her, with a telescope or something. Send her to the dark side of the moon and just leave her there. And send Bill and all the pedos with them. And or put them on the Epstein Island and just a small tactical nuke. Solve the problem. Anyways, thought it's pretty hilarious. Who are the conspiracy theorists now, eh?